Hey everyone, welcome back to Capital Insights. If you're tired of all the noise in Washington and just want someone to speak with common sense, you're going to love this one. Senator John Kennedy just delivered a mic drop moment during a Senate hearing. Calm, clear, and brutally honest. He didn't hold back, especially when it came to calling out unproven accusations.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't really have a dog in this hunt. I think, like Senator McConnell, we ought to be driven by the numbers. And in order to be driven by the numbers, you've got to have the numbers first. But I've sat here this morning, and I appreciate the bipartisan words. But with all due respect, Madam Vice Chair, when you say that the President of the United States has been bribed,
I said potential.
that's pretty strong. When you say that the director of the Office of Management and Budget is corrupt, that's pretty strong. And I think if you're going to say someone has been bribed or someone is corrupt, you ought to be specific. And I notice you haven't been. And I don't think this is, I've listened to a lot of pretty words about bipartisanship, but then we get personal. I don't think it's productive. It's up to you. This is America. You can say and believe what you want. But if you're going to say somebody's been bribed, you need to say specifically by whom, for what. If you say Russ Vogt is corrupt, I want to know what that means, with all due respect.
Stick around because what he said needs to be heard word for word. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss these raw moments of truth. So here's the context. The hearing was supposed to be about numbers, budgets, and facts, but instead, it spiraled into wild accusations, claims that the President of the United States might have been bribed and that the Director of the Office of Management and Budget is corrupt. Senator Kennedy was having none of it. He stepped in, calmly but firmly, and said, "If you're going to accuse someone of being bribed or corrupt, you'd better come with specifics." And honestly, he's right. What Kennedy did next was powerful. He reminded everyone that we can't be driven by the numbers if we don't actually have the numbers, and if we're tossing around terms like bribery or corruption, we need names, details, evidence. He pointedly said, "If you're going to call Russ Vought corrupt, tell us what he did. If you think the president's been bribed, tell us by whom and for what. Otherwise, you're just lighting fires for the sake of heat, not light." This wasn't just about protecting people. It was about protecting truth in a system that desperately needs it. Kennedy also called out the hypocrisy. He noted how people in the room were tossing around bipartisanship like a buzzword, but turning around and making personal attacks in the same breath. He said it straight. This isn't productive. You say you want unity, but your words do the opposite. That's what made his message land so hard. It wasn't dramatic, it was honest. So here's the takeaway. Kennedy didn't throw punches. He didn't raise his voice, but he delivered one of the most important messages of the day. If you're going to accuse someone of something serious, bring the receipts. In a world full of hot takes and political theater, it's refreshing to see someone stand up for facts over feelings. If you believe we need more common sense leadership like this, hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and most importantly, click the subscribe button for more straight-shooting political moments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.